Yeah, well, good morning, me chums. How are you doing? Hope everybody's well. Hope you've been getting out and about, doing a little bit of fishing, a little bit a la pêche. This morning I've come down to Riverside, different mark for you today. Somewhere that I used to fish when I was much younger. I mean, I'm still young and in my prime, of course, but somewhere I used to fish a long time ago. So I thought I'd come down and give it a try. Beautiful day, Sunday morning, early. We're going to be fishing low tide, down to low tide, actually an hour down and about 2 or 3 up with a bit of luck, if we get some action. But yeah, hopefully a good session. Let's get into it, eh? So, baits today. I've got some ragworm with us today, which I'm just using up what I have left. Probably about a couple hours worth. I've got lots of dead peeler, which unfortunately I've lost over the last couple of days. They were fine last night. I think they've died overnight, so I'm going to use them. I'm not going to waste them. They're quite difficult to peel, but I'm going to get them peeled down and put on. And I've also got a couple of fresh peeler that are ready to pop as well. But the peeler I've had lately's not been the best, to be fair. It's just not lasting. I don't know what it is. It's hard to keep alive, but that's the nature of the beast, isn't it? Taking them out of their habitat and all that. But yeah, so we've come down to Jarrow. As I was saying, it's a mark I've not fished for a while. It's a very quiet mark. I like it. I get a little area to myself. Easier to film. No traffic. No dogs, which is always a bonus. I've got the 2 rods out today. I've got the 2 new rods again, the Sulcron bass. Still finding me way with those. I haven't made a definitive idea about how I feel about them yet. I mean, they're great rods, well built, etc. But I'm not sure on the feel just at the moment. But I've been used to something a bit lighter for my estuary work, so I think they'll probably have that purpose. So anyway, I'm fishing mono today. 2 reels with mono on, just to fight any tide. It's not the biggest tide. I think it's going down to, I think it's a 1.3 metre. And then but it's going up to a 4.7. So when we get the turn, we should get some drag. This mark produces codlin and flounder and whiting. This time of year, might be the odd whiting, but they'll probably be small. I'm hoping for some flounder. I'm still on the hunt for those chunky little mothers. And yeah, just a peaceful little session. It's a lovely day. There's a light breeze. I think it's southwesterly, not quite sure. Sun's right in my face, coming up over there, so it could be a bit of a warm one. I'm warm already, and I've got my thermals on. But yeah, we'll plug away and see what we can get. Rigs wise, sorry, my usual 2 hook, 1 up, 1 down, size 2s, crab on one, rag on the other. So we'll persevere as usual, and you hear me say this all the time in the river because it's my go-to. I won't really expect anything till probably an hour after bottom tide to 2 hours. But it's just lovely to be out. Just while it's very quiet and relaxing, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank everybody who's subscribed to the channel so far. It does mean a lot. I am and always will be just a small, mediocre little channel. It's just me fishing, that's all, and it's always going to be that way. But I do appreciate everyone who takes the time to watch. Every video won't be very exciting. I'll try and make it exciting for you, but sometimes the fish don't want to play ball. Lately it's been very scratchy, and I've been quite lucky on some of the other sessions I've had where I've managed to hit the timing right and get some fish out. But I'm expecting here on into for about a month it's going to be quiet, unless I can get over to the west coast, which is not only expensive for me, it's not difficult. I've got the time now. It's just the expense. I just need to work out and plan my trips and get some solid advice on where to fish, you know, so I can make it worthwhile. Try and get some good footage. I mean, you can't guarantee anything. I could go across there and get nothing, but I'd like to make, you know, edge me bets as best I can, if you understand what I mean. But like I say, I do appreciate every single person who's subscribed to the channel and some of the lovely comments. It's nice to have a bit crack on and stuff, you know. But as I say, I'm not a professional, it's just me fishing. And I enjoy it. It's nice to be out, especially days like today. It's beautiful. It's not always about the catching. Fishing is fishing by, you know, by design. You go out and you go fishing, you don't always catch fish. but I'm sure you've heard that many times before. We've got a lot of good content makers in the northeast and all over the UK really, and we've all got the same aim. I think we just enjoy going out fishing. It's not about the channel, it's about the fishing, and that's exactly the way I feel about these things, you know. But hopefully we'll get something today. I am hoping, but as I say, it's been very quiet. Everybody's struggling at the moment, apart from the ducks and that down here who've been diving and bringing all sorts back up. I've been watching them. Could learn a few things from them, couldn't we? Anyway, fingers crossed. Well, Chum's just searching around, and I think, yes, there we go. In its natural habitat, the shopping trolley. No matter where you're fishing the River Tyne, you will find a shopping trolley. So up to now, there's not a lot happening. It's a bit quiet. Get a chance to show you my rig. A little bit of bait left on that one. So today, the usual. So I've got one up, one down. So it's a 16-inch snood to the lead. If you notice what I do, little tip for you, what I do when I'm fishing for flounder, if I want the bait to move, I don't only use a plain lead, but I also attach a swivel to the link to let everything turn so the lead can roll. There's a little tip for you if you're new to fishing. Just gives it a bit more movement. If you don't put the swivel on, the whole rig turns and it can twist. So just for the sake of putting that little swivel there, it's good. So I always fix me bottom snood right close to the bottom there, so it's really below it, because that's what I want. Got the size 2 on there with a little stop bead. So it's a little freshwater stop knot actually, like a rubber bung. Going up to the second one, I've got about 14 inches up to there, and then a 14-inch snood on the top, because I don't want it to reach there because it causes tangles, so I always tie them short. A little bit of rag left on there, which I'm putting back out. And again, bait and a little rubber stop. And that's it. I'll leave about 14 inches to the top as well before me barrel swivel and then my fast clip. That's basically my rigs. That's what I use pretty much everywhere. There's no reason to change it unless you're fishing for something specifically. I'm also using a 50-pound shot leader because I'm using the 4-ounce leads on these, so it's obviously £10 per ounce and 10 over. Simple stuff. When the fish are there, we will catch them, but if there's nothing there, a little bit difficult, but we'll keep trying, as always. So there we go, rebaited. Just left that little bit of rag on because it's just a scratchy one. A nice bit of crab on the bottom. Ooh, look at that. I would eat that, would you? Well, I wouldn't actually. I'd rather have a Greg's. Wind swung right round now. It's actually northeasterly, that, I think. Bloody freezing. It was glorious just before. It's definitely swung round. A bit nip in that wind. I think we're getting a little bit of crabtivity as well. Seeing the tips bouncing a little bit and it's not fish. Well, we're on. I'm going to pretend, look, I haven't got a watch on, but I'll pretend. So, we're near bottom water. Now I'm going to check, just in case. I think we are close to bottom water now, if not on the slack there. On the slack? Bottom water. Yeah, pretty much on bottom water now. So, hopefully, I'm hoping in the next hour or so, we're only going to get, if we don't get anything in the next 2 hours, we're not going to get anything. Not the end of the world, because it is nice to be out on a Sunday morning. Better than sitting on my backside. I was just going to say watching TV. Does anyone watch TV on a Sunday morning? Unless you're watching Sky or something, I don't know. Probably some sports or something which I don't watch. When it comes to programs, I'm kind of a sci-fi guy. A sci-fi guy. I like the way that sounds. Kind of a sci-fi guy myself. I like things. I like a bit of gore as well. You know, the odd bit of gore. But I do like sci-fi. I've been watching something on Sky lately called Third Body Problem, I think it was called. I actually watched the last one last night, and I don't want to say anything in case anyone's watching it, but I really enjoyed it. And then, so I'm not going to say any more. But it's really good. If you like you're a bit sci-fi and that, it's quite interesting actually. Food for thought. I mean, what is a typical fisherman's program? Are you all into sports? I know once you're a fisherman, you tend to like a lot of sports and stuff. You know, I'm not really a football fan myself. Used to play football when I was at school. I was a good midfielder as well, right midfield. But since then, into my 20s, I kind of lost interest. I've got hobbies. I'm a qualified paddy diver. Don't know if I've said that before, but it's not really something I talk about, to be fair. But qualified paddy diver, musician. I play drums, guitar, kind of hobbies still. And obviously my Tyne, which used to be a hobby, but it's not a hobby anymore. Apart from that, sports-wise and hobbies, I think that's it for me. Fishing's my main thing, to be honest. And I think with fishing, it's just getting out, isn't it? To get you out in the fresh air. It's an excuse to be out. And no matter what location you're in, I mean, we do fish in some crappy locations, don't we, really, let's be honest, amongst the mud and clarts and stuff, but we love it, don't we? It's fishing. It's in your blood. I think the sea and fishing's been in my blood since I was in the womb, I think. To imagine a life without being next to the sea, river, coast, or fishing, or anything to do with marine life, I couldn't fathom it, to be quite honest with you. I couldn't fathom it. And I think my wife will be testament to that, because she puts up with this all of the time. Not to mention all the filming and all the editing, which takes a lot of time. She's very understanding, very supportive, and she's quite a good fishwoman herself. I tend to try not to take her out because she catches more than me. Don't tell her that though, because I haven't said that. Found another little one, chum. Shy little creature, look at it hiding around the corner. Such timid creatures. Oh, check this one. Hope these aren't wrapped up. The tide's turned now. I've got a feeling. No, I haven't. I've got an awful habit of getting my rigs crossed. Because you tend to get your eye in, don't you, on it? Oh, I've picked something up. What is it? Oh, I thought I had. Yeah, I've got a terrible habit of picking a target to cast to, and then when I put the second rod out, my eye's in the same place, if that makes sense. Oh, nice little bit of seaweed there on the bottom, just what we're like. I'm not sure what species this is. Oh, tell you what though, it's a canny specimen that is. It must be at least 0.4 of an ounce. Oh, let's get him back. Let me be really careful here. Go on, little one. Oh, yep, he went back, no bother. Excellent. Right, what we're going to do here. Again, ragworm untouched, crab pulled down, wraggled about a little bit, but not. Right. I'm going to change this. Ugh. It's got crab. Ugh. Just got crab in in my eye nearly. Right. Let's rebait this. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring you across and show you how I bait my crab up. 1 second, chums. Right, let's show you. I mean, I'm not trying to teach an old dog new tricks, but some people don't know how to do this, so the best way to present it, so I'm going to show you. That's clear enough. So I use a little tool like this, a little baiting needle with 2 prongs on. Another one this one is, but you can buy, there's tons on the market. Am I in shot there properly? I'm just going to move you a little bit. There you go. I don't want you to miss my beautiful face, you know. Right, so I've got some crab down here ready. So I'm going to do, now I can't, normally I would peel this, I mean, turn away if you're squeamish, like, should have said that, shouldn't I? But anyway, normally I would peel this till there's all the shells off, but these died. So unfortunately, I'm making the most of what I have. So rather than waste the crab, which would be an absolute travesty considering it's given its life, I'm going to put it on like that. Right, so normally I would put a full crab on, but we're just going to go with half, because I think the baits have been a little bit large. So I sit the crab on the tool like this, and you get your bait elastic and just lightly bind that on. Now the juices are going to go everywhere, so if you're new to this, just do it lightly, don't go too mad. You're not trying to turn it into Tutankhamun to mummify it. So, little light bit of elastic, okay? I'm going to leave the elastic attached. You know what I'm going to do, hope you're seeing this okay. Then what I'm going to do is bring my hook and just kind of place it in there like that. So it's next to it, and then make sure that hook is nice and proud. Kind of get it to the same size, like so. Now, not everybody does that crab like this. If you're fishing for flatfish, generally, if you've got really good fresh peeler, you might just thread it through the leg sockets and not even use any elastic at all. Especially so if you're fishing for silver eels, because they've got very fine little sharp teeth, and what the silver eels do, if you tie on with elastic and there's any elastic sticking off the bait, they will catch it in their teeth and just pull the elastic. And they kind of just, you're getting bites, but they're kind of just pulling the elastic on the bait. So a lot of matchmen, when I used to fish in the SAMF qualifiers and stuff, we used to just thread it on through the sockets, and that was that. We didn't leave it. I mean, things have changed with eels now, they're actually protected. So if you do catch a silver eel, you need to get back quick as possible. Anyway, so that's that baited up. A little bit of ragworm left on here, but what I'm going to do is just bulk it up. Some people use a baiting tool. I tend to not bother unless I'm using runny down. No use using a baiting tool for ragworm, to be fair. So we're going to take it, just a little ragworm is all we need for this. I mean, I don't think I've got any, excuse me, I don't think I've got any small ones left actually, but I do have a tail end there. So tail end, oh that's not, it's a full one, just a little diddy thing. In the gnashers, and just thread it through. This is more like a Maddie size, this, but Maddies fish really well. Just pop that on, up to my beads and my stop knot, and that's that. Okay, dead simple. As I say, I know that most of you are probably experienced and you know how to do it, but let's take a moment to appreciate those people who don't. Watty tatty tow tutty, yakadoo, yatatty tutoo, raddy doo doo ducky tattoo. Get it there. Power casting at its finest. But you can't cast 40 yards, can you? We're still not getting any tide yet. It's about to turn, but we're still not got no movement yet. So there's no point is casting up tide at the moment. I'll tell you something else, chums. I've had a pain in my shoulder for weeks, like really bad. I've got not a slipped disc, a worn disc in my neck, so I tend to get pins and needles in my hands a lot. this is an age thing, kiddies. You know, don't worry about it if you're under the age of 80. So, shoulder's been really hurting us, and under here, like when I'm lifting stuff, the pain is like, honestly, excruciating. So when I'm casting, it's really hurting. But I went to the doctors in usual fashion. Can you give us anything for the pain? Oh no, you can't take painkillers. It's nerve damage, so it would just mask the pain. I thought, well, it's not the point of taking a painkiller because the pain gets too much. It's strange, but it is very painful, and casting's hurting us. Lifting me box up or anything, it's been going on for weeks. Could take 10 weeks to heal as well. They've given us these exercises to do, like, you know, like these exercises kind of like this, and it hurts to do that. So what the hell am I supposed to do? So yeah, fishing's uncomfortable at the moment, to say the least. Come on, fish. For the camera and for my loyal subscribers, please. Are you looking at my bum? You cheeky minxes. Right, chums, tide's turned now. It's just starting to flood. Did have my first rattle on the left-hand rod. It did look like a rattle, but I have had a little bit of crab activity, as you've seen. But it's on the flood now, so if we're going to get anything, it's going to be now. So let's keep our fingers crossed. I'm blocking the rods from you on as well. Yeah. If we're going to get anything, it'll be now. So I'll be giving it another 2 hours. If we get nothing, that's that. But try my best, see what I can get. Right, chums. It's not a blank. I'm taking that. I swear I am taking that. You can't deny that. That is, yes. Not a blank, yay. Well, my chums, I've had quite a few rattles. Good pull downs as well. This is not hooking up. And I think it's going to go quiet now. The tide's starting to rip quite hard, which normally this area, once it starts ripping like that, you might as well just not fish until near high tide, which I'm not staying till. I've had to switch to a gripper because it is pulling round. So, looks like after this chuck I'm going to be calling it a day. Unfortunately, no fish for you. I'm really sorry. I did try my best. I hope it's been entertaining though. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do your best you can when there's no fish about, but I will always post me video, me content, fish or not, because if you're new to the sport, I want you to know that it's absolutely fine if you don't catch fish. It's just the way it is. It happens to everybody sooner or later. I don't think I know anybody who never ever blanks. I could have went up to the further up the river and guaranteed you fish, but I wanted to come to a different mark and show you somewhere else. So do apologise that there's been nothing to show. But once again, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. And obviously I do appreciate your subscriptions, your likes and your comments. Absolutely love the comments, like a bit of interaction. But thank you so much, and we'll see you again on the next one. Till then, take care and tight lines.